I'm actually, my call with you right now is being recorded. I'm stepping up my A game because I want you to relay a message for me. When I saw DRock down in Florida in January, he was talking to me and my buddy Danny, and he gave me a lot of shit, and he says, if you don't start doing it, I'm going to punch you in the face. And I don't have that on camera. I really wish I had that clip because I want to play it back. Tell him I said hello and thank you for threatening to punch me in the face. I appreciate it. Hey everybody, Dean Miller here. It's Thursday, October 11th. Way too early in the morning for me, but you got to do what you got to do. We're here at the Crest Hollow Country Club for the Long Island Board of Realtors and MLS Tech Fair. I'm here with our Facebook group, Beyond the Bottom Line. So if you haven't checked it out yet, please go do it. We're here to help small business owners figure out how to get shareable content and learn the basics of social media to up their game. Everybody talks about how it's such a fascinating place. Everyone needs to be there, but so few people are actually doing it, and so few people are doing it well, and there's so many small business owners out there who aren't doing anything. So we looked at an opportunity and said, let's jump in and see what we can do to help other people, create relationships, get exposure, do all those kind of good things. So let's take a walk inside, let's get ourselves registered, and we'll go from there. You don't have a job, you run a business. You've got to run your Facebook stuff and your social media like a business. So our goal is to help agents do that. I'm literally starting from the bottom up again. So if people want to follow me, I'm not just looking for consumers, I'm looking for agents to follow as well. So you could watch my journey and we could all benefit from it. Enjoy the day, it was nice meeting you. So we're getting ready, opening keynote in 3 minutes. Jeff Lobb from Spark Tank Media, who's an old friend, is doing a keynote presentation today. We'll walk through this way. Jeff's always got some great insight. He started a great company after his exit from Exit Realty. National speaker, good guy from Jersey. And we're looking forward to learning some of his insight because he always brings something good to the table. Jeff brought up some really good, interesting, simple things, which I always love. It's kind of what our Beyond the Bottom Line group on Facebook is all about. What simple tips can we use to implement right now? And ironically, talked about things that we all think are silly, you know, the use of emojis in subject lines, talking about different groups that we can now connect with on Instagram that we're going to follow and take a look at. Really interesting stuff. Simple, and we're going to share a lot of that with you. Some of the things that I got out of it, actually using the word video in your email subject lines has a 45% increase in open rates, which I thought was absolutely fascinating, something I never thought about. So things that are kind of common sense to all too many people that we look at and say it should make sense, we're not even doing it. I'm going home tonight and I'm actually going to change some of our email campaigns just to include the word video where we're using it. And then obviously using video itself more often. So that was a great session to start. Jeff's always a wealth of information. I would definitely check him out. Then we had a second session with Nobu Hata, who's now with NAR itself. He's been with them for about 5 years, talking about our connections with our customers and not just being that salesperson, but being a resource for them. It's funny, you know, we're building our new website and we're including an affiliate page, and I'm going to change that word affiliate because I think it's kind of a dirty word. But you know, the people we recommend. So the guy who came in and painted my house, who's done my plumbing, just like when I recommend people to we recommend those quote-unquote affiliates to our buyers and sellers that we're working with. My personal attorney is the most recommended attorney that I've ever had, and I've used them for four of my last 5 real estate transactions. The only reason he didn't get the 5th one because it was a commercial one, and he likes to focus on the residential world. So a lot of really good information. I think events like this are fascinating to come to. There's a lot of very remedial stuff that's put out there all too often, and we take it for granted. And like we talk about with our business on a daily basis, if we focus on the basics every day and build those pillars to be rock solid foundations of our company and never get away from them. We can put the fluff and the whipped cream and the sprinkles on the sundae, but if you don't have the cup, the sundae doesn't do you any good because you just got a handful of melted ice cream. So a lot of little things. Focus on the basics, focus on the core things that are most important, and clearly relationship building is the key to this. I've got this affinity for military guys and their downtimes and the PTSD and the housing and the disabilities and everything else. What if I aligned myself and said, I want to raise enough money to impact X amount of people through a charitable organization, whether it's one that exists, that one that we start. So that's a big part of it. And look at it and say who we're partnering up with, the agents we're working with. Can we make the world a better place by using the platform of real estate to help people solve problems and not look at us as the bottom of the barrel, ambulance chasing attorneys and used car salespeople that most people think we are.
Right.
And unfortunately, all too many really are. What's going on, my man?
How's everything?
Good, good. So good to see you again.
Man, same
so
here.
I'm shooting a vlog. Okay. I'm going to start doing a shitload of social media stuff.
Okay.
You good being on camera?
Yeah.
All right. You got any? All right. So let's do this. Tip of the day.
Yeah.
Give me one tip that you recommend for a realtor in general, related to what you're doing.
So first and foremost, it is never too early to have the buyer speak to me.
Okay.
Because if it's not a buyer for 30 days, it might be a buyer in 6 months, it might be a buyer in 12 months, right? We're always cultivating that person.
So let me ask you a question then. While we all realize how important it is because so many deals die because people are ill-prepared when they come to the let's make an offer time, what's the one thing you would recommend to an agent to get them to explain and express the importance of speaking to you as the lender?
Why don't we meet together?
But why? What's the why? Because the seller, the buyer, potential buyer has resistance. So I don't want to meet. I have 780 credit score and I've got $100,000 in cash. Even though I'm getting an 80% mortgage, why do I need to meet with them now?
There's a lot of variables that person doesn't think of. 2005 was easy peasy. You had a credit score, you got a deal. You took a heartbeat, you got the deal.
Yeah.
What do you do? How do you get paid? Do you claim it to the IRS? Do you not claim it to the IRS? Are you 1099? There is so many more variables. Are you doing the same thing you did in the last 2 years, or are you doing something different? When you start going 3, 4, 5 deep on those questions, people start to realize, oh, well, let me explain my story. Okay, now why don't we all meet as a team to explain what this means?
Because everybody's story is unique to them.
Everyone is different.
Which also means their finances are unique to them and no two people get the exact same product. Beautiful.
Uncle Johnny tells you, no, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Uncle Johnny works for Cablevision. He doesn't know.
Right.
But Dean and I are professionals in the field, and 20 minutes, you feel comfortable. If you buy today, great. If you buy in a year from now, we hope that we impressed you and we're your guys.
Beautiful. Do an Instagram live.
Live, oh. I would love nothing more than like
Hey everybody, Dean Miller here. Hope you're all having a great day. I am here at the Long Island Board of Realtors MLS Tech Fair, getting in some great sessions, but I'm also here supporting our Facebook group, Beyond the Bottom Line. Facebook group, sorry, look at this handsome devil.
What's up, buddy?
We'll talk to him in a minute. So we're here supporting Beyond the Bottom Line, which is a Facebook group that I was fortunate enough to start with this lovely lady here, Lauren Zambelli. And here's Christina Shaw. She came on board, and Tom's on the phone in the corner there. Tom and Christina are from Allstate, Lauren's from Cliffco Mortgage, and as you know, I am from Miller Realty Group of Long Island, soon to be rebranded, hopefully. But we're here talking to agents about getting their social media game, stepping it up. And we're doing that off the backs of this guy. You should all know GaryVee. We're giving away a ton of his books, the Ask GaryVee book, and crushing it. So if you're at the event, come on over, spin the wheel, win some prizes. We got some wine, we got some books. We're doing some free social media classes at your office if you're interested. Whole bunch of good stuff. So I hope you're all having a good day. If you're here, come by and say hello, shake my hand, let's take a selfie, and we'll talk to you all soon. Have a great day. This guy I've known, we met years ago at an event in Dallas?
In Dallas at Sake.
No, Kinder Reese.
Yes,
NAE, when it was becoming NAEA.
Yep.
And it's just, that's one of the beauties of this business is that when you do make connections and relationships with people, they don't ever seem to go away. It's like I was telling Jason earlier, there are people here that I haven't seen since last year.
Right.
And every time we get together, the hug and everything else, let's get together, let's have dinner, let's have a beer. And I know 90% of them I won't see again until next year.
Yep.
But like this was absolute shock. I saw you come walking up, I'm like, oh, what the hell's wrong with you?
I wanted to get in the video.
You're in. That's great to have you here, man. I'm glad you came by. Oh, Tyler, I want you to know that I'm still working hard for you guys all the time, and I'm at the Long Island Board of Realtors Tech Fair, and what I'm giving away is an insane amount of books. I got the Ask Gary V books still that I haven't given all of them away from the first time. I've got a whole bunch of Crushing It books. Like a fool, what I didn't bring were the sneakers. But we're turning on a ton of people to Gary. Hopefully you see some realtor stuff jump up there and you could leverage that to get some more Agent 2021 attendees. Hope all's well. Got your message. Hope you got my cell phone. I'll talk to you soon. Peace out. I just got a call from a good old buddy of mine, top of the line there, Tyler Schmidt. He is Gary V's, I believe, chief of staff, or at least that was his title at one point. We're going to go downstairs and see why he's calling to harass me. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that I've been busting his chops and sending some videos to him, letting him know that we're still spreading the Gary V message. Tyler, how the hell are you?
I'm well. How are you, brother?
Very good, thanks. I figured I got your email. I sent you my number. I'm doing this thing today, and part of what we're doing is giving away a ton of those books that I still had piled up. I found a whole case of them in my storage unit the other day. So I was like, this is great. We'll just use it to spread the message.
You're the man, brother. What's up? I got your voicemail. Are you out of the country right now? Or
No, I forgot to change it again. That probably was a bad move. I was on vacation in Aruba last weekend, but I got back on Tuesday night.
Nice. How was it?
It was fantastic. We caught the tail end of a hurricane on the first day. Sat there under the hut and watched the storm roll by, and then we had four fantastic days of weather, so we had a great time.
That's amazing, bro. I really just was thinking about it the other day, and I wanted to touch base, see how things have been. I know you since closed the restaurant, right?
Yeah, I closed the one in the city September of last year. I had all intentions of opening one out here on the island. I bought a building that had a bar in it, and I gutted the place, and then ran into some headaches and realized that I'm closer to 50 than I am 40, and the restaurant business is a young man's game, so I bailed on that idea. So I'm actually toying with renovating the building and possibly housing my real estate company in that place now.
That's amazing, bro.
But yeah, I've been back in the real estate game full time. Already got my ticket for Agent 2021, hoping to catch up with the old gang.
And all else is good, bro?
Yeah, everything's good. I'm, just like I said, I'm actually, my call with you right now is being recorded. You know Ed Turney from 4Ds?
Yeah.
Ed's partner Jason is here with me. He's recording me at the Board of Realtors Tech Fair today. So I'm stepping up my A game because I want you to relay a message for me. When I saw DRock down in Florida in January, he was talking to me and my buddy Danny, and he gave me a lot of shit. And he says, if you don't start doing it, I'm going to punch you in the face. And I don't have that on camera. I really wish I had that clip because I want to play it back. So every time I do something, I tell him, but I just want you to let him know that Danny and I made an offer to get together with him. He keeps blowing me off, and I still am working hard at getting it done. And by the time I see you guys in January, I hope to have this thing up and running. I don't care how many people subscribe to it.
You're the man, bro. I'm staring at DRock right now. I'm going to let him know he's just be pumped.
Tell him I said hello and thank you for threatening to punch me in the face. I appreciate it.
I will do. You give everyone my best, all right? We'll talk soon.
Sounds good. Have a great one. Hey, go Penn State, all right?
Yeah, baby.
That's right. I'll talk to you soon.
Be good.
Bye. Such a good guy. It's what I love most about the Vayner world isn't even necessarily Gary's content, as fascinating as it is. And we talk all the time. I learned early on watching Gary. He said something. He says, don't watch my content don't necessarily watch my content to consume the content. Watch what I'm doing. And by doing that, meaning when am I posting? How am I posting? What am I doing? Hashtags here, not there. And I really got obsessed with that. And that's how I kind of got to connect with a lot of the team. It's if you want something bad enough, you work at it, good things happen to good people, I think. And I've gotten to know so many of them that I'm literally sitting here talking to Tyler Schmidt on his cell phone and messaging back and forth with DRock and hopefully getting Andy in there so I can learn a little more Facebook stuff eventually, because Andy and I haven't connected, but it's been fascinating. All right, we're going to wrap it up. It was a fantastic day here at the Crest Hollow Country Club here in Woodbury. Fantastic time catching up with a lot of old friends, a lot of old business associates, some that I've been working with recently, some who I haven't seen in 5 or 10 years, but looking forward to reconnecting those relationships. At the end of the day, real estate is all about one thing and one thing only, and that's relationships. So get to know the people you talk to, your coworkers, your competitors are your friends and your cooperators. Work hard, do the right thing, keep plowing away, talk to everybody, put a smile on that face, go out there, sell some houses, and make a difference in people's lives. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great day.